We on? We're going off live. We're on the screen right here, so I guess we're live. Grand Rising, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're back again for another Wise Up Wednesday. I got this special thing I'm doing, call it PSA, aka a Ptah Shakur announcement. We're going to do our sound checks and everything. We'll make sure this to those there in Facebook land. This is actually streaming out live to the White Rose Community Television network, as well as this going out. It's got a little delay going on. As well as it's going to be streamed right there on YouTube. Right here on this camera, it's going to stream live on YouTube. Come check me out, Ptah Shakur. I'm actually on Rumble. Working my way matriculating that. It's going to be on Patreon. Got some hard, really powerful content for you all. First, this is the hour of power. So I got a little homework for you all. I'm going to pose a question. I'm going to have Eloheem and Sharif going to be sitting on the panel with me today. Before I do go in with my normal opening, I want to make sure that I share this out on Sharif. Men's page. So everybody take the next minute or so, grab a snack, grab some writing utensils. I'm sure if you have the mindset of opening your mind to the reality of what's going on, you may want to jot stuff down or make sure you go back and revisit. This is an interview with Joe. So I'm going to go ahead and share this out. The Eloheem in the building. Bill Wall. Yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit. It's echoing. Oh, about that, buddy. Yo, let me turn some of these mics off. Just go off one. Sound any better? Okay, yeah. Dave, over 10 days coming out to you. Gonna be making mention to J-Nat. We're gonna send this out. Like I said, Dave Overton has a wonderful event that's coming up on Juneteenth. And if you guys have some events going on for Juneteenth, make sure you let us know. So make sure you get that information out to everybody. This is allowing me to send it through Messenger. Let me see if I can So like I said, give about another minute or so. We're going to share this out to the pages that it needs to go out to. Friends. Okay. Facebook kind of changed up on me a little bit.
Wow.
Everybody catch it right now. Go add follow this. Have follow this. Right? Yeah, add that. Follow it.
Yeah, everyone type.
I like. Boom, we're doing it. Good to see you guys. Oh, you got it. All right. That's smooth.
We gotta get ready for football. Cowboys. All right.
I see.
Yeah.
God.
Plus it takes the Braves out.
Oh, I already know. I'm doing that fluffy gang.
I got the jet.
It's a little bit of an echo. We got street men coming right now. So if you hear it right now, turn your volume down a little bit. But we're going to go ahead and just give me a sign anything changes. So, like I said, Grand Rising, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the hour of power. And this question I'll pose to you all. What is power to you? Handing out some homework here. I'm going to put that out to Eloheem. I'm going to think about that for a moment. What means power to you? What comes to mind when you think of power? You're talking about power. What's power? What do you think of power?
Man. I'm going to say
Privilege? I feel it.
You know what I mean? Some people can handle power. Some people can have power in different ways. You know, power, that's like the universal word.
For sure. In this particular instance,
it could be good or bad.
True indeed. Got the power in your hand. You got the with a nuclear bomb. You know what I mean? That ability, nuclear energy. That's the way you can produce energy for all. Or you can cause the situation to take out millions of people. But particularly for power, what comes to my mind is ability to control your own reality. So this has been. You see those two men that you see behind me on the screen there. They got Mr. Cat Williams, Terrence Howard. So when I think about power, I think about the ability to control your life.
Mm-hmm.
So I ask you, this is called a message to America. Do you have the ability to control your life? Do you enjoy which way your life is going? Or you have security in your financial systems, your political system? We got a vote coming up a little bit. We got an election coming up next year. How are you feeling, America? This is a PSA, not a public service announcement. It's a Ptah Shakur announcement. So we just want to prick your consciousness and have everybody understand that we all need to do our due diligence of what's going on in the news. So we're going to get into some of the things that's going on in the news. Man, it's just so much content. But before I do that, I'm going to open it up with my affirmation. Affirmations means this. Warning. Woo-hoo-hoo. Can't stop. I got to say this. Warning, the information you hear may excite you, may depress you, may trigger you. Sharif gonna hop on the show a little bit, so you're gonna have to slide over. May like I said, upset you, but I promise you the information that's coming to you is coming with the frequency of truth. The knowledge that's coming up off is scientifically based facts, as well as just being adept in the spiritual realm. I have a little bit of insight. Pretty much call myself the Shaolin. Remember, was it Bruce Leroy? The Shogun of Harlem. I'm the Shogun of all this holistic conversation. So if you got some questions with anything I say, there's the number you can call in, 717-846-5067. Like I said, affirmation is where you speak or where you want to be. I call myself an ascended master. People look at me like, you ascended master? You can only be something that you speak that you're going to be. So in that, I am the omnipresent, all-powerful intelligence that's governing this here mind-body complex. I am the presence of divine harmony that's connected to the frequency in the heart of God. And I now bring forth solutions to change myself and to change the world. I am a limitless door with no man can shut. In short, I'm the mighty presence of divine short in action. But in me saying and all that and all the wonderful glory in which I am, I'm no different than anybody else. I'm no different than anybody who's listening on this particular podcast right now. And I want to make sure, in essence, I am a reflection of you. I am a catalyst for change, role model, youth advocate, transformational life coach, Reiki practitioner, entrepreneur, spiritual guide, and channel. I'm a rebel here to uninstall cowardlessness. I, Ptah Shakur, seek to shed light on the daily atrocities that are being orchestrated by the bullies. We used to call them elites. They're being orchestrated by the bullies who seek control over you and I, and the end game is near. And I got something for all that, for all those who doubt that this secret cabal society is actually pulling wool over our eyes. Got something for you to kind of think about. I intend to promote nothing but love, light, education, motivation, and education for all those looking to understand the current cosmic changes that's taking place right now. Which, go ahead and put your Revelation book out and go ahead and read through that. I'm an dangerous man to those elites and their shadow government that's corrupting the world since the 1950s. And for anybody who is willfully participating in your own energetic enslavement, this show is not for you. This is not your taste. So go ahead. You probably already changed the channel already. For those who identify by feminine, I don't care what your letters are. We need your vision. We need your energy to help correct the ills that are being experienced right now in creation. For all those identified as masculine, I'm asking you to join me with this mindset. We would rather die like men rather than live like cowards. And I'm asking everybody, do what you can to actually protect the human family at this key junction of time. To my 107 YouTube subscribers, soon to be 107,000. Like I said, you got to manifest. You got to have the positivity in your mind. Remember that you are eternal beings, but forever being a fraction of eternity. You are beautiful, powerful children of the ultimate divine grid program. You call God, Allah, you call whatever, that essence of it that exists, there's a small portion of that is in you. Not forget small. There's a portion of God that's in everybody that is on this walking this planet Earth. I got tremendous respect for anybody who's pulling, breathing air right now. To all my starseeds, wanderers, indigo children, I need y'all to understand this. We are the new founding fathers of this creation. The news may tell you otherwise, but I promise you, love and light and those type of energy and those positive mindsets will be overtaking this planet very, very, very shortly. I would never hurt myself. I would never kill myself due to being a happily married man and a man that seeks to be a pillar amongst my community. So glad everybody get tuned in. We got some eyeballs on here right now. Like I said, this is going out on YouTube. This is here on the White Rose Community Television. It's also streaming on Facebook as well. Glad to have everybody in the audience. Glad to be tuned in, tapped in, and turned on for the most powerful hour, the hour of power. What you got for them, PC Eloheem?
And peace, God.
Sharif, you got some words for them?
Hey, let's just speak some truth and hope someone learns, from the jewels of these two young brothers that's been helping me out with this show for a while now, and I greatly appreciate it as I'm trying to get back to being healthy and being myself. But I love you brothers for stepping in and keeping our power going. I really appreciate it, man.
We got to keep this thing moving and grooving. What you got for them, Graham?
Man, I'm just ready to talk about what's going on out here in this planet.
I know it's been a while since we've been trying to come together. Different things popping up, moving
We got
on.
a lot of stuff we can recap off from the video with Diddy. You know what I mean?
Man, it's so much.
It's just so much. It's a lot. Like even with the battle with Drake and, you know what I mean, K-Dot.
Right.
Like why they ended it. You know what I mean? And then with the politicians, the politics, the presidential stuff. Trump gag not going
There's
through.
so much
There's
stuff
so
going
much
on.
stuff
You
that we can
bringing
just
stuff to my mind.
talk and converse about,
Right.
man. And I see your notes, and I'm like, and I'm researching now with the turkey press and you know what I mean. The
But
corruption.
before we go into the audience, to make sure to share the purpose of this show before I forget. The purpose of the Hour of Power show is a community show. This ain't just for us. These gonna be seats are gonna be intertwined. We have wonderful guests. We had Jolie. We had
Roger.
Bridget. Roger Moore came on. Different individuals. If you got a business out there, you want to promote your business. There's an individual I'm reaching out to has his own apparel, clothing and things that his son start. So we're looking to get him on a program pretty soon. But if you have young individuals, we need to hear from the youth. We want them to be on this particular stage. We want to celebrate their victories. If you got some people graduating, going on, this is the season. Graduation is coming up. They're going into some new endeavor that you think that the world needs to know about. Feel free to hop on this. This is a forum for all diversity. We want to hear all sides of a particular argument and agreement, because only through speaking in diversity and we actually communicate together, that's how we understand each other, and that's how we move into this positive. You all know that there's something crazy going on in this world, so in order to bring peace and love into this world, it's going to take effort. So that's what the whole purpose of this show is about: education, motivation, and inspiration. If you have any questions, call in the number 717-846-5067. We love to have your conversation. Even go on and make comments on YouTube as well. So with that, like I said, this is a PSA to America. We are moving in, and if you don't know, I'm gonna preface this, then we're gonna go into it. The Mayans spoke about this time when they were talking about 2012, when they had that calendar that was so precise. How people back in the day that didn't have pens and paper, didn't have iPhones.
They sure enough counted down, didn't they?
They had it so precisely mapped up with the heavenly bodies, and they knew something grand was coming in. If you go ahead and open up their Revelation, where it says, "Behold, I seen a new heaven and a new earth, for the old earth has been passed away." Well, guess what? If you pull in there, you actually living in between those pages right now. That's what the time we're living in right now. So to speak to that, you can't go no further than to talk about Israel, because that's the Holy Land, right?
Yeah.
That's smidge of the land that is designated to be God's people. Man, we got a lot of different things going on with that. And particularly, I want to share this. This brings a little bit of a smile on my face. This is how I know that we're transgressing in the right way. For the last when they started that bombing and occupation and all that?
It's been a while.
It's like, 6-7 months. And let me rewind, because we get news so much that we forget how we got here. This Israel and Palestine conflict, it started because there was a drone attack. drone attack creeped into the area of Israel and caused some destruction. That may have been a loss of a life, maybe. I'm gonna have to go back. I know it wasn't a large amount of life. It was destruction and things that then, what's his name? Netanyahu? Mr. Netanyahu, from there, he went all balls out. But let's go back. That drone situation that came in, and it was the impetus to all of this destruction and death that we see, started from a drone attack. Now, we as Americans, we get our news so force-fed that we never really chew our food and break it down. But to break it down and realize that those particular drones, there's even military professionals that said that is impossible. They have Scud missiles. They have a AI defense system to blow stuff out of the sky. I think Iran took a couple shots, and bang, 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 hit them all up while they sitting there drinking tea. You telling me a drone came snuck through. And now, like I said, I ain't gonna tell it all, but I just want to kind of start there. So then it pulled up into this. Then the international community was watching as this particular. They moved into Gaza. What's it called? That's what it's called. The Gaza Strip. That's the one with the beach. That everybody evacuated. And they went to a place which was called Rafah, which is like a city to the south that they wanted to hide out in.
I ain't never heard of that.
They followed them in there and they dropping bombs. So now, anyways, good news. You all don't know about bad news. There's been countries right now, there's 3 countries that came out and actually approved for the Palestinian people to have their own state. I don't even got to say nothing else more about that. That's something, y'all correct me. Y'all been alive at the same time I've been alive. Has that ever happened when European states actually come to the defense and aid of them poor Palestinians and said anything?
Anything. That's
not at all.
I mean, we living in some changing times.
The carnage that's going on over there is not even human.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Bombing hospitals with sick and elderly,
tents, hospitals,
children, elderly people, sickly people. It's not even human.
They said this ain't Scarface. You know, where he said no women and kids. They like you said, the sick, the babies, everything. Like it seemed like a genocide. It seemed like
it's beyond genocide.
Man,
and we watching this.
It's televised.
We're watching this. Like he said, it's genocide. I mean, those are words we wouldn't even taught that word in school. Google what genocide. What? Sir,
I learned that. I learned that with the Flint, Michigan thing. With the water. That's what I learned
still
about
ain't
that.
right.
Yeah, but it's still I just saw something on BBC News, and they saw it still ain't right. You know it's real with BBC News reporting over here. You know they worldwide.
I know. That's why I look at some of this stuff, and these news items that we bringing up is not hidden on the back pages. They're not in the Star magazine and National Enquirer. This is like CNN type of information, and the most thing that kind of let me know was really where we're going as America. Like I said, there's 3 different groups. Everybody can hear the sound of my voice. If you're on the high track, you already know that you God divine, and you already know that you have abilities, and you're here to help the world, and you do that through love, respect, diversity, regardless of what age, what sex, what nationality. You treat everybody with respect because you understand that you're a portion of God. So you all on the fast track, you already understand everything that I'm saying. Those in the middle track, you may be just now, and there's a lot of people in that.
Selective hearing, it seems like the middle ones, huh? When they catches their air, but then they can easily lose interest.
But in the same token, they want to research. You know something's going on in the world when you see the inflation, you see the price of everything going up, you see that the farmland is being all bought up by Bill Gates. So you're the ones who kind of asking your questions, like the America that you're living in, is this the America that our forefathers toiled and fought over to actually keep? Ask yourself that question. So those are the middle trackers who are in that kind of trying to figure things out. I recommend do your research, even question everything that was being expressed here. And those that's on the slow track, if you're on the slow bus and everything is going on, you just know that everything's going to be all right, and you're not doing any research to put yourself in a better situation. Hey, I'm gonna pray for you all. But the news that kind of came down the pike that everybody needs, whether you're in a fast track, middle track, or you on a slow bus, is that the Turkish president just today came out and was sharing a message to the United Nations saying that United Nations has been sitting by idly. Now, mind you, if it was another country, let's just use the country of America. If there's a citizen in, I could pick a place in the world. Let me say
Australia.
Something
that you rarely hear about. You rarely hear about them. So
let there be a terrorist, or let it be somebody that takes one life. One life of a service person in the middle of the desert of Australia. Oh, then you would see a mobilization like you would never. You hear harsh language. That can't be tolerated. We need to figure out they will hold people accountable. But yet we got a genocide going on for months, and everybody, and UN got their hands under the table playing Angry Birds. Oh, but Mr. Turkish president, he's coming out now. The world is waking up to what's really taking place, and so he's basically doing a call to all his Islamic countries. There has to be another situation. The UN is not intervening in this, and everybody's really showing their tails right now, showing which side of humanity they're gonna stand on. So that's some powerful stuff that I was kind of going in. But
United Nations have never stepped in with callous acts by European countries. And that's one thing that got Malcolm and Martin killed, because they were going to come together and go to the United Nations about the mistreatment of African Americans here in America. And we know what happened after that. But the United Nations, what are they there for? Because when America and European countries do callous acts against people of color, because they never attack another European country. Whenever the United States or European countries attacks, it's either against someone of color or someone that's a different religion of them, which is mostly Muslims. Yeah, they don't attack another Christian country. When?
Check the record.
You just reminded me of something. Did you hear that the court, it's called the International Court, has decided to do war crimes against the head of Hamas and Benjamin Netanyahu, the president? If y'all don't know, Benjamin Netanyahu. This is for my rebels out there. I hear you, E.
It's my conversation.
Yeah. This is for rebels. It's time for us to wake up. But like I said,
dude, there, Mr.
Man,
Braswell, how you doing, brother?
I got to do that Cassidy, man. Listen. So as soon as they made these particular charges, that's the Benjamin Netanyahu went on national TV. He's talking tough, like, oh no, these charges ain't gonna stick. This is a court, bro. How you think you just gonna talk your way out of it? But this is the head of the court. I need everybody at home to listen to this very carefully. The head of the International Court. He did an interview a couple of days ago, and they asked him. He's at his jaw is on the ground. He said how he's getting political pressure. And it was actually told to him that the International Court was set up to govern over African countries and Russia. They said, we didn't even make the court for that. Like, whoa, you stepping out of place. He thought it was an international court. He thought everybody is accountable. America, Russia, China, there's just no discrimination. But they told him, we're going to need you to go ahead and rip up that little, that subpoena for the Israel president. You know what he said? He said, hell no. And my shout out to him for not bowing under those particular pressure. But thank you. I just wanted to bring that to mind, is that these cabal of people are trying to influence the courts. Have you ever heard anything like that? And then we can go into the Diddy thing in a little bit. People are so big that they know that even the court system can't even touch it. But
it's a show.
What's up?
Called Homeland. Peep that out.
Okay. I think I heard
you know what I mean? Some topics, you know what I mean, you say the wrong things. So I said, this what Homeland kind of, then you start putting them twos and threes together, and then you got like the Civil War, the new movie, where it's the East and the West, not the North and the South, right back there. Yeah. That's another movie to check out. It's a movie that's like you said, everything's being televised for the people, for the closed-minded folks. Let me say that.
There's a movie out called Civil War. I seen that movie a couple months ago. They're actually playing to this particular mindset as well. This conflict, this division. They want us to be separated, y'all. But as long as we come together, regardless of what your race or nationality is, we're gonna make sure that we can bring a positive end to all this. Talking about the how about the evasion that people? What invasion? You gotta tell me what.
You can call in, brother, if you want to make
in?
it clear. You're welcome to 717-846-5067. We would love to entertain what you're bringing to light, because we don't know it all. But I know one thing. Still, what Malcolm said 50, 60 years ago is that the media is the most powerful influence. It can make your enemies seem like your friends, and your friends seem like your enemies. So it's a lot of people that sign off on this genocide, this callous acts that's going on in with Palestine and Israel, because they are masters at making people seem to be the aggressor when it's actually them. So if you can make your enemy seem to be the monster and the aggressor, and that's how you can get support, no matter how callous you're being. So we have to look beyond what CNN and Fox News and all that fake news. I
fake
call
news,
it.
like how Trump said, fake news. I wonder if he's talking about this invasion right here.
You talking about I'm waiting for him to respond. He might be talking about Ukraine. But even bring this up. This is some news that we're not going to get here in America. The NBC Nightly News, they pick those 10 stories they want to show you. They're not going to tell you what's going on in the middle of Africa, in Chad and Burkina Faso. In those particular areas, the military has decided they're taking over the country. Previously, the elected officials was siding towards France. The people have spoken. They said they don't even want that. So what it is they overthrew the government. Now you got the military that's actually running Chad and Burkina Faso right now. America just pulled out. Because there's Islamic terrorists that are attacking our people in the homeland. There's Islamic terrorists, the ISIS and all that. They see that they could just move in on Africa like everybody else did. Right? Take all the best nutrients, all the main ingredients and resources, sit at our feet for where we once came. And now, as we already know, even the word Africa, that's not even what it's called. So it's really called Alcuban. It's been cut up and divvied up throughout time. This is a history lesson. You all already know that. But as far as today, right now, they're siding with Russia. Putin has sent his soldiers to help liberate Chad from these Islamic terrorists that are actually coming into the borders of Chad and Burkina Faso. They see, in Russia and Africa, they see Mr. Putin as a savior. They see him as a person who is bringing resources and building that country up. Whereas over here, we're taught to see that Russia and Putin is like Darth Vader.
I think that's why he did what he did. You know what I mean? When he opened up the crates with the pictures.
Right. He opened up the crates with the black Jesus and the black gospel.
Like to show everybody he is not what our news is making him out to be. I mean, he might have had a couple yellow showers. But they making him seem like like you said, Darth Vader though. You know, bring some humor to it. But
just like you said with Malcolm X, we'll have people who are actually on this planet to help us. We look at them as people who are the bad person. Like for instance, we're gonna do a little parlay because we see Terrence Howard and Cat Williams on there a little bit about in the music and the movie industry. There's a dude named Corey Feldman. He was in a bunch of movies back in the 80s or whatever. He came on The View, and he was talking about, this was like 10 years ago, he was saying that there's secret cabals. He said it was human trafficking. He said it's pedophilia.
I ain't the white dude, isn't it?
He's a white dude. Yeah, he used to do like impersonations of Michael Jackson.
I think so.
It was Corey Feldman and Corey somebody else. This is like for all my 80s babies out there. So this individual was telling about the sex trade and all that type of stuff. He said the only person and the ones who have it the worst is the little ones. like Macaulay Kaufman and Justin Bieber. You see Britney Spears.
Yes.
All them dudes, all the people from Nickelodeon, which go ahead and watch that documentary of all
and
them,
Disney too.
All them pedophiles that was lined up in the authority position. He was saying the only person that kept it real with him was Michael Jackson. So let's go ahead and rewind time a little bit. Man, I got so much to say. Y'all better jump in.
You see what Eddie Griffin said about Michael, man. Like, what the news and the media make out to be. That's why everybody think of him as being like this and like that. Mm-hmm. But Eddie Griffin was like, man, you should have heard this stuff that he was saying. Like, yo, Mike, you know what I mean, was more like conscious, and you know what I mean, than what people even know.
He's the one that did the Remember the Time video.
Mm-hmm. Ahead of time.
And they don't care about us.
They don't care about
All
us.
on all his albums, he had a song that was like, you know what I mean, stand up for the, like, you know what I mean, the shake the world kind of like songs. You know what I mean? You gotta think him, Lionel Richie, and who else did that?
Prince was on that level.
We Are the World.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When they came out with that song, Mike and Lionel and I forget who else. Mm-hmm. And they said Prince was supposed to be on there, but Prince wanted you gotta see that song. Prince wanted a long part. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's a shame that and how they made them two have friction between each other. Like how Jay said, "Don't Michael and Prince me and Ye." Mm-hmm. I mean, so that's it, man. It's like they did them guys. Mike was real cautious, man. He was real woke, man.
That music industry, period, is wicked, man. You could take that all the way back to
Al Green. I heard going back to
Sam Cooke.
Oh yeah, Sam Cooke. Yeah, that's why he did that song. That one song.
Sam Cooke is the first one.
Yeah, that's my father's song, man. Change gonna come.
R&B, R&B, and he was producing his own music, and he was teaching others to do it. So
then he had something to do with the Motown. Like he helped Gore to get that.
Sam Cooke was very conscious.
My father used to love him. And then remember he had that one night in Miami or whatever they was down in Florida. It was him, Malcolm, Muhammad, and I think it was Jim Brown. It was somebody else. I think it was somebody else.
He was trying to bring them all together. Yeah. He told Malcolm X and Martin Luther King if they would stop beefing, he would fund the civil rights movement. Mm-hmm. And you look at all that time period, all of them mysteriously gone. Mm-hmm. It's from Sam Cooke. What's the other one name that was good with the guitar?
Jimi Hendrix.
Mm-hmm. So they took out. Now I don't mean to be long-winded, but a couple months ago, a Bob Marley movie came out, and they conveniently took out that they were the ones that took him out. They made it seem like he just got cancer when a FBI agent put a metal rod in his boots because it was a tradition in Jamaica to give someone boots as a gift. Mm-hmm. Gave him boots, and he stuck his foot in there, and a metal rod stuck him in his foot. And then when he went to play soccer, he broke his leg, and then it never healed. And they said he got cancer.
Yeah, they had to cut his hair.
They took that out the movie.
I think they ended it with the politics, man, when they brought him with that concert that he wanted to do, and he brought the two guys or whatever together. That's how they ended it. They ended it on that note. Like, come on now. Like, there was so much left out.
Yeah, but the music industry is
real wicked.
I seen two white people discussing, do you think someone killed Prince? This is two white people on Facebook. I somehow got on their line. Mm-hmm. And he was starting to tell people about
Prince been
producing their own. People. Michael Jackson was about to pull himself out of debt by having the Beatles cattle.
The catalog. Their whole thing.
Yeah, he was pulling himself out of debt, and
somebody said he had Jay-Z's too or something. I heard
he was, really pulling things around. So
I thank you for bringing up MJ because this is news that's hot off the planet. I know you know what's going on with the Jaguar right and
she been exposing, man.
Yeah. And this is a real thing. I knew there was an informant. There was a police officer who was also working with the this cabal, this
The hip
secret
hop
society.
police.
Yeah,
They got basically.
he has a name. His name is, they call him Mr. Muhammad. This guy, Mr.
Full-time.
Muhammad. I don't remember what his last name is, but Mr. Muhammad was the last person that seen Michael Jackson alive. He was Michael Jackson's head of security. And when Michael died, guess who he became the head of security for Diddy.
Yeah.
He became the head of security for Diddy.
Hold up, remember.
You better go in, y'all.
Remember, he took off work too. With the Muhammad. Yeah, 'cause remember the white dude was there that was supposed to have been the one that put that there. You know what I mean? Part of the plan.
We step in. I got it.
Yep. 'Cause remember, Mike went to the bathroom or something and came back, wanted that protocol, whatever it was, and I said protocol. Whatever that.
Think
whatever.
his doctor had something to do with it because
Nah,
he was the one
didn't
prescribing him all that crazy medicine.
Everybody has handle, like Kanye West tells you. There's representatives from this.
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar said in that little rap beef when he said there's a lot of weird stuff going on and some of y'all here to police it. He's basically speaking to that music industry is hooked up in a way. For one, the music industry sat down with the military, the prison complex in 1996. Crazy Bones said about this. There in California, that the music executives was actually meeting with one of them
A&Rs.
And sat down with those with the prison. They say, look, we're building these prisons. We need bodies for them. Like if you build a new hotel, first thing you want to do is you want to get your money back.
That's why they said the state of Michigan got the most. Because remember, they were just rebuilt. They were building all them, like, what you want to call them, like them Fed joints. Because you see all these rappers are getting Fed charges.
Supermax.
You know what I mean? And it costs then I looked it up back in the day, it was like $30 million. If you had $30 million, you can start your own prison.
And they want to make sure that every butts is in the seat. So that's why they went to bed with the music industry and said, let's do our best. And you notice the switch in the music right around the 90s to now you have music that is all gang,
demonic,
shoot. As somebody said the other day, record executive said that Sexy Red was the best female rapper alive.
I say she's the new Lil' Kim. She ain't the best female rapper alive, though. That's going a little too far. Maybe might be turned on to what she's saying or the way she dressing. You know what I mean? You might be lusting her lyrics, but no, she's not the best.
But I'm just saying the fact that
I put Glorilla before her.
You don't hear people. There's been a lot of female rappers. There's been a lot of men rappers.
At the time.
You don't hear nobody saying, just coming out and saying this person who just got on the scene like a couple years ago is the best alive. The whole purpose I'm trying to tell you, American people, like I said, it's a PSA, a Ptah Shakur announcement, is people like her, they're plants. They deliberately put them in the music industry so girls will start idolizing Sexy Red, keep talking about Booty Hole Brown, or whatever foolishness and filth that comes out of her mouth. This is what they want to raise your children, and they're doing it right in front of our faces.
Manipulating, brainwashing.
We sitting in the car. You parents. I'm talking about you pointing to the camera right now. You're in the car and you got the radio on. You got your kid in the back. You might not be paying attention to the lyrics and everything, but they're
soaking it in.
They're soaking it in. And they're soaking in the mentality of key individuals such as Sexy Red, such as people who promote nothing but glorify violence. And then we wondering why our youth are out there.
I think the beats are even demonic.
Yeah.
The beats are slamming. Some of them beats like this there with them 808s, like Uncle Billy would say, yo, them beats is like kind of like, listen to they go off the bars, you know what I mean? The bars are fed off the beats. And that's like demonic beats, it seemed like to me.
Right. Well, yeah, it's whatever what they speaking about. That's the main thing. But yeah, thank you for bringing that. So that's what I was saying about the guy, Mr. Muhammad. He was the same person. He's responsible for even Biggie dying, Tupac, Heavy D. Kim Porter.
Remember Gene Deal? Remember with the one interview when Gene was talking to someone, I don't know, it might have been Vlad back in the day or somebody, I don't know, when they showed the thing, and they put up these pictures. Because remember Yafi Gaddafi, that was down with the Outlaws with Tupac. Remember, he was the only one that supposedly had seen the Muhammad. You know what I mean? And when he said something, like you look it up, like a couple weeks later, like they said it was like 2 white men walking through the projects in Jersey, walking around in Jersey, Newark, looking for, you know what I mean, in the hood. You know what I mean? And then next thing you know, he got killed. You know what I mean? They said that Dean was like, "That's the dude right there," and they show him with the little miniature box cut, clean face, whole time, and like, yo, Dean, this guy, he said, he just kept pointing. You could tell in the emotions in his eyes and his body language, like, that was so genuine. Like, he meant what he was saying.
Real quick, since we were off the last 2 weeks, we apologize for that. We had to take care of some family things, but let's give a shout out to our great ancestor who just had his 99th birthday, Minister Malcolm. And then the week before that was Minister Farrakhan's 91st birthday.
Wow.
He's still going strong.
Yes.
So just a big shout out to Minister Malcolm. He means so much to Black American culture, and you know, we could be here all day talking about.
They said Malcolm X. He's so much of a, like, they said, like, him, Wu-Tang, and like God, Jesus or God. You know what I mean? You always see something in the store with them three. Like, it's so crazy. That's how much respect that man has, man.
I would say, me personally, I remember I was in the high. I was in the IS, y'all. I ain't the shine. I wasn't the shiniest pebble. I had some dirt on this rock here.
I was in there all the time because I always questioned the teachers. They ain't like that.
I was in there though for a week. Them cheese sandwiches just sitting in the basement. And this is what my mom did. I don't know how y'all parents is out there. My mom said, "Well, you gonna be sitting there." She gave me a book report. I'm like, "Mom, you ain't no, she ain't no educator, you ain't no teacher." But the book that she gave me was the autobiography of Malcolm X. And you know,
so many people
I did Alex Haley, the Alex Haley version.
You would never think this a time in my life. I'm like, man, I'm in detention. I was so excited. I read page for page, and so thank you for bringing that up, Sharif. So we need more Malcolm X's right now.
Shoot, that man read the whole dictionary, man.
I remember that was the thing after that movie came out, the Denzel Washington. They had a little promo to my "I am Malcolm X." I am Malcolm X.
At the end,
true indeed. Even individuals like Brother Sharif mentioned, that man of Malcolm X who wasn't afraid to speak his mind, and even to the individual, he be in a room with like 50 Caucasian people. He don't turn nothing down at all. He don't turn it up or don't turn nothing down because he would talk right.
You watch some interviews, them old interviews, man.
Even Farrakhan, he sit there, nice and peaceful. We ain't gonna go to the hands. We're gonna intellectually get into conversations, and so that to me, as far as how to intellectually and get involved with people and express no fear. We need that fearlessness right now, folks. Because like I said in my little intro, the end game is near. There's been there's been so many things moving on. We just mentioned a couple of them, but we need a call to arms. Like I said, this is me on top of the hill waving the sword. If you're a person in your community that does not like the way your community is going, I take it up. I'm going to help my community. If nobody else does it, I am. You know what I'm saying? We all have to have that particular mentality because we have people in the civil rights era who toiled and fought to build this particular tree that we enjoying the shade over. And what we going to do with our time on this planet? We don't give a damn. I'm going to say that. I don't know if I cuss on it. I'm going to say we didn't give a damn about our youth and the generation that's coming up after us. When the civil rights, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the civil rights.
That's why they say the future is hopeless. That's why they always say that, because today's youth, man, they got to get out that sleeper hole, man. They just got to just listen, like, gravitate to what we starting to learn, you guys, like, them girls.
Hey, parents, if you want to get your child involved with some knowledge, if you are unable or unwilling to, pass them over to somebody. Bring them to me. Don't bring them to my doorstep. We're not taking them kids. But, you know, my time as being a youth education director, and shout out for everybody that's doing things to the youth as far as sharing after-school programs and things. You're right. I don't subscribe to that timeline like it's all done. I could look from a standpoint of there is a wonderful abundance and beauty that's coming in. Maybe in York, PA, it might be kind of slow. It really depends on what geographically where you come in. Because York is a tough nut. Y'all say it's a bunch of hard-headed people in this city. You know what I mean? However, all you got to do is recognize. Once that wool is being pulled over your eyes, forget that. Once you realize wool was put over you, What he said? We ain't land on Plymouth Rock. Landed on us.
Yes.
We've been deceived, bamboozled. We're still being deceived and bamboozled. It ain't like nothing of the past. Even to this day, our pharmaceutical companies are flooding us with things that are killing us. We're watching. We can't wait for Biden.
Man-made stuff.
Biden won't even make it another couple years. How he gonna plan for the future? He not have nothing to do with the future. It's you and I. If this revolution, it's funny because York baseball team is a revolution. I believe York is a very, very special place.
It's a heavy place. The Keystone State. Remember they always say that.
That's also why like New York is so hard. The mentality is so hard. But if you're able to produce something here, it's strong.
Is that why I call it New York?
Yeah, this is Old York.
Yeah, this is Old York. Old York Road, Old York.
So before I even mention the guys in the back, we could put an Eddie Griffin on the back there too. Cat Williams. If you all don't want to hear it from Ptah Shakur, Peace Eloheem, or Sharif Ahmed, if you don't want to wake up because we're telling you, Terrence, how Cat Williams, what's Cat Williams talking about? Well, first of all, when Cat Williams went on the Shay Shay show,
we opened up the big can.
He opened that can.
Matter of fact, he took the lid off the barrel.
It was like Pandora's box. It was souls and things.
Man.
And what did he say? He said about he said Diddy. He said all that whole thing, and that's expanding. Now they're really the record companies are getting subpoenas because they're the ones who financed all these operations.
Get them advance monies and all that stuff.
I think it's a big smokescreen.
Oh, what's up?
It's a distraction too.
Yeah, I mean, how important? It's so many other things going on, day by day, week by week, family by family. How important is what Diddy and all that does? I mean, I'm going through it. I mean, I could care less
I'm telling you, it's
about that, but I mean,
it almost seems like it's their entertainment. It's entertainment.
I will say this. Because you can definitely shift that all the conversation is all about Diddy. Now remember, hurt people. We still in mental health.
As I said, damaged people. I say that all the time.
Damaged people. I mean, and this is one thing, and we're not, and even on this, we're not going to be dumping on Diddy because this is where it started. He was fighting with was it Kim Porter, and she took a corkscrew. She was fighting. He was always been a bit rough. This is like back in the 90s, and she cut him. She cut him, and it caused him to bleed, and he went to the hospital. From that moment on, he's been addicted to painkillers. He's been a drug head. You know what I'm saying? So if you look from the standpoint, like I said, I look for everything through the love, the eyeglasses of love and life. Everybody's a reflection. Puffy's a reflection of me. Everybody. With Trump, everybody is all collected in that. So even in that, a lot of the decisions and things that this man went through, it's a mind of a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? And he caused so much pain. But you're right. We talking about him, but there's strings that made him move. Mr. Clive Davis. We calling your name out too. We all know about
we said that before. Remember I told you that he did.
Mr. Muhammad. Those record executives, but the idea, once we continue, they want us to just focus on Diddy and nobody else. No, let's see where did he get his?
And another thing that people don't know, there's black devils too. You know what I mean? So when we say, when we say Muhammad and stuff, there's a lot of people that are devils in their own shade and color.
I'm gonna mention one right now. I know you said about Farrakhan, and I got respect for Farrakhan because during that 80s time, he was styled as the reminder. He was to remind us of Honorable Elijah Muhammad and that. However, ever since the Million Man March, Farrakhan too, throwing him in the box as well. What has he done?
He fell out. Then when he tried to come back and start getting back to the way he used to be, remember they took him off of every social media site. You know what I mean? Because I think he was getting you know what I mean? Because remember, everybody went to Farrakhan. When they went to Farrakhan had to sit down with everybody. They say he even had to sit down with Mike and Prince. So you know what I mean? He plays a role too.
No. I understand, but even with Louis Farrakhan, he played himself out too. Even he sold the Nation of Islam to Scientology. So much so when the bro was over here, and I have tremendous respect for the brother Minister Juan, but he's the imam that we was talking to.
Okay,
Tremendous respect. I love the way that he answered my questions and everything, but he moved everything into Scientology, and I asked him, I said, why do you move that Scientology? And he was sharing about, you know, the ideas of healing our people. But there is no successor to the Nation of Islam. Once Farrakhan dies, there is no successor. That's a damnable thing. That was started by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Well, I guess it would be Minister Ishmael, which is the national spokesman, which is Elijah Muhammad's younger son.
Right, but it's a guess thing, bro. He never named his successor. You gotta do that. Elijah did it to him. Elijah said, when I go, listen to him. Where he says go, go. He says don't go, don't go.
Yeah, but see, some people would say W.D. Muhammad, who he passed away, and he has one of the largest Muslim communities, because I go to the mosque there. Warf. Some people would say Elijah named him the successor because all his followers says they got, you know, I've heard, you know, tapes, you know, of, you know, Elijah saying, you know, this is my seventh son. He sent him to Egypt to learn the Quran, and he was very well versed. You know, I've been Muslim for a while, and I'm very close to both of those communities, even though I'm not a member of none of them. I don't do that. I just stick with God, you know. I feel following these men and all that. But I don't know, bro.
Well,
I feel what you're saying. I feel what
like
you're
I
saying.
said
It's
in the
definitely
beginning.
been a shift.
Yeah.
You look back
Like I said, I'm a catalyst for change. I'm aware that I know about Warfdeen. I know and you notice this sometimes even in your own family. Sometimes you have children that come up and their whole purpose is to totally take what you got and take it backward. That's the reason why Elijah Muhammad did not name for Warfdeen. He knew Warfdeen was going to change into his own thing. So there ain't no disrespect to anybody that's out there, but I'm letting you know it's a heavyweight you're talking to right now. And so we're going to go in and we're going to respectfully have discourse about this knowledge that is current today. And what we're talking about is it's enhancing our people. So the whole purpose of it, we even shared it before about in the Christian world. Jesus was black. He was darker skinned. Facts.
I said that in Revelations. It said that, right?
So we got to strictly deal with facts. And that's the reason why we haven't came together as a people. That's the reason why we're in this situation.
That's a quick question when you say that, right? What did that white man do to convince everybody that he was blue eyes, straight hair, and white?
Well, I mean, really, when it comes, it's kind of nature. Because in the human development, we're going to creation, y'all. I don't know if y'all came prepared for all that. And we got about like 7 more minutes. Just in creation, just knowing how we have a propensity towards light. So we always light, even with plants and flowers, you always go for light. Now the thing light is good, and then even the prehistoric man, darkness was bad. Because when the sun set, you in the middle of the woods, you ain't got no weapons, you ain't got no light, you ain't got no cell phone. You automatically just genetically are afraid because when the dark comes, it comes with a negative connotation to that. So just naturally, we always have a propensity. Anything that's white, we look at it as holy. Anything that's black, we look at it
I think it's the other way around.
You know what I mean? It's just right. Understanding that the color black, there's no such thing as the color black. Black is all the colors into one. And that's what's so funny. We used to call us colored people back in the day. We wasn't colored. We're the original. Anything that deviates from the original was colored. So any Caucasian individuals would be colored because it's different than the original.
Bring some humor to it. Remember Martin said, this white page wouldn't be nothing without them black words.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
And then how he broke down the pool game and the movie Boomerang when they were playing pool. Talking about how the white boy dominates all that, you know what I mean, all them colors was, you know what I mean, different stuff. And then he said, the game's not over till when the white ball knocks that black ball off the table.
That's deep. All this is subjectively tied into it. And like you were sharing about why have the pictures been whitewashed?
Yes,
it's
just amazing.
It's so easy that if you bringing in individuals over from slavery and you want to control them, first of all, if you're not going to treat a person right, you certainly ain't going to teach them right. So basically, having the individuals in slavery sitting up and looking at an individual that's blonde hair, blue eyes, which is false. It just basically speaks to them as far as how negative they are, because they look at their hand and say, man, I'm not that. So basically, a long way of answering it, it's another form of institutional racism by whitewashing an individual who was clearly black.
And white people trying to play that role, trying to be God.
I mean, and like I said, even some Caucasians, they're becoming aware of it. I was at my stand the other day, and I was talking to a Caucasian man, and we were talking, and he said to me, he got a little closer. He said, I got stepkids that are black. He said he called me the white stepdaddy. He said he tells the kids, the black kids aren't his by design, that everything originated out of Africa. You know what I'm saying? He bear witness that everybody at one point in time. Now, so we do got some allies out there. We got plenty of allies.
Follow up with that. You see, I got my tie-dye shirt on. Peter Bill Walton. That was one of my dad's favorite players. You see, he was one of the allies. I did not know, like with that with the Jim Brown. Yeah, with Jim Brown and Muhammad Ali. That famous picture you see where they getting ready. You know what I mean? Walton's in the mix. Walton was on the civil movement too, and then they showed him getting arrested and everything.
I think I did see that.
Yeah, so
there's allies out here. So when we talking, but make sure we recognize the allies that's out here as well that recognize the truth of what it is that was being expressed. The only people that have a real hesitancy about the truth happen to be black people anyway.
The lies are more entertaining than the truth, though. It seems like nowadays.
For sure. But we about to close it up on. What's the date? I see people writing on here. Before we kind of close up, we want to share it because Juneteenth is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You could think everybody has a different type of responses to Juneteenth. I ain't gonna project too much, but there's different events that's taking place. For one, is the I Believe in You Black Love event, which is taking place on June 15th from 10 to 12. There at the Temple of Grace Ministries. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna flip the TV screen now.
I think does Diaz and them still do their little thing for the Juneteenth?
I'm gonna check.
Shout out to Diaz Woodard too. I said Woodard. Doing big things out here.
Boom. Told the God I was gonna promote it. Like I said, you got events going on. We're gonna share it. We want everybody to kind of be involved and tuned in, tapped in. And also we got on June 1st. Ooh, that's coming up this Saturday. They're at Penn Park, 100 West College Avenue. Is the Nays Kids Community Give Back. With free giveaway, clothes, shoes, games, music, raffles, arts, and many more. It's sponsored by Stick and Move Boxing, which is a very, very man. We need individuals like him sharing that wherewithal to box and everything. I love boxing. I'm getting back into it too.
That Dorm?
Yeah, Antoine Dorm. Shout out to what you're doing. So
Salute.
there, second annual Nays Kids Community Give Back. Like I said, that's on Saturday, June 1st. And there's vendors if you want to sign up for that. Also, June 29th, there's a DJ Sean, DJ Urkel, Trey and Boo. Oh, yeah. Trey and Boo after party, June 29th. As well as we have a Latin music fest. That's in September. So we're going to kind of have Jolie kind of come back on to kind of share that. So, and also Labor Day weekend, they're at the ballroom at 222 Arsenal Road. Smash Entertainment is putting on a live music fest with heavy hitters hosted by Miss Diva Davenport. So we got so much talent out here. We got youth that need to be put into motion or put on a right track towards success. And so individuals that's doing these particular events, it'd be our honor to help share those with our community right now. But
if you got something for us to spread out to everybody, you know what I mean? Let one of us know. Get with us. We'll promote it.
And to kind of time into what we've been sharing before, we need more community leaders, civilian leadership. If we're all just sitting here waiting for Mr. Trump or Mr. Biden to help correct the ills in our world, I'm telling you, you're going to be sitting there, you're going to turn into a skeleton waiting on these people. It's clear and evident that this time that we're living in, like I said before, this is the time that all the scriptures and scrolls wrote about, and the return of the Mahdi, the Christ consciousness is here. That's the reason why you see so many things going on right now. You got your individuals who are waking up. They're looking to alter their diet, eat more sea moss, go out to walks, do nature walks, looking to find the divinity that's within themselves right now. They're not going for all this jab. They're not going for the VR headset and the Neuralink. Man, I ain't
they stand in tune with the earth, man. They stand in tune with the planet.
Organic. We got organic ones and we got some inorganic ones that want to do their due diligence to make sure that we're just living like the Matrix. We've seen enough movies. And then to follow the path and go around on it. And we're going to talk about AI in a little bit.
Well, like I said, watch that movie Atlas. I just watched that before I came in here.
Cloud?
Atlas. With Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, that's the new one.
It's on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, she's in the... I seen it.
Listen, but you know what I mean? The message, the stuff, you know what I mean? It's a heavy hitter. Some people might not catch on or, you know what I mean, or even know what they're talking about. But you do, so yeah.
I'll check it out. Somebody said to me on Facebook, asked me about AI. They said they had a picture of John Connor, and it was saying, you know, what would John Connor do and all this. And I had to calm him down. I'm calming everybody down. Listen, the information I'm hearing, it may excite you, may trigger you, may depress you. But when it comes to AI, we gotta deal with AI strictly from love and respect. Good intentions.
Good intentions. That's what I learned watching this movie. I'm telling you.
You gotta deal with them. You can't bring the fear of these particular movies. Why? If we, as those who are actually the leaders of this world in the future, if we put out any type of energy that we're gonna keep this AI subservient, or we just gonna use it for, you know, we're gonna treat AI like we treat each other. try to disrespect and trying to get over. Oh, it ain't gonna work. Then you're gonna see the stuff in the movies. Then you're gonna see that craziness. I'm doing my due. I'm sharing right now to make sure that those individuals who express love, light, and respect, they should be the ones in power.
Yes.
Because then we're gonna say, AI, look, go do what you gotta do. Go do what you gotta do.
They feed off of you too.
We ain't gonna limit you. We ain't gonna control you. We're not gonna use you. Go do what you gotta do. Then we can step into a glorious golden age. So it's up to us, humanity, which we want to go into.
So they can save the planet.
They can save a bunch. We gotta save ourselves.
I'm telling you,
this time is so real, man. But like I was saying, we need more civilian leaders. Dr. Stephen Greer, I said on this program, and also said on Ptah Shakur Speaks program, it comes on Monday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., same channel here, is that there's legislation going around where they're trying to get into these secret companies that have these anti-gravitic devices. They have UFOs. They have these biological beings. And in case you don't know, because like I said, our news come to us so super fast. Last June, almost a year ago, key individuals within the Pentagon and military came out and they said, we got crafts. We got beings. It's a definite. You don't got to worry about it. They got them. But they're hiding away in these Lockheed skunk works. They're hiding them away. So with this legislation is coming about, and we gotta speak about it, and we gotta let our elected officials know. We want to know what's going on inside of those buildings, because if we don't have the support of first of all people, ground level, and if we don't put pressure on our political people, you know they're not gonna do nothing unless we put pressure on them. Then when it comes time to put them hands on the door and open it up and go in there and to get these particular devices that they can share with humanity, devices that actually shows us how we can heal ourselves tremendously without popping them pills, how we can use anti-gravitic devices and actually cause free radiant energy where there's no need to burn any fossil fuels and damage our habitat. That information is behind that door. But also behind that door is a person with America flag on their chest. And they're soldiers. You're and I, these are people. They think that they're defending the democracy and American people by keeping that door secure. In fact, what they're doing is they're protecting these elitists. They're protecting these bullies. They're protecting these people that are trying to keep this information.
They're policing themselves because who polices them?
Right. They're protecting the bad guys.
Yep.
And so in order there was less bloodshed, we don't want what they call friendly fire.
Yep.
This is the true definition of friendly fire. Those individuals need, within the military, shout out to all the whistleblowers out there. If you're in the military and you're seeing something going on, if it don't benefit the humanity, if it benefits Biden, but does tremendous harm to American people, I'm depending on my military service people saying, you know what, I quit. I can't be a part of this particular agenda that's killing our people. So we really love our whistleblowers. We need that information coming out. We are walking into the most glorious time. A lot of that confusion and corruption is falling by the wayside right now. And so we want to make sure that everybody do your due diligence. Watch your news. It's becoming really stupidly obvious right now.
BBC News, too.
BBC, and go ahead and do your research. Go to DuckDuckGo and do your research. Don't go to Google. Don't go to Bing. Because you understand that we're living in the greatest disinformation. We all got iPhones and smartphones. We got ability to tap into so much information, but we're living in the greatest age of disinformation is this time right now. So we asking you all to do your due diligence and use your own particular thing. You got something to share before I close this joint up?
Always question that. Always question that higher power. Always question the person that's in authority.
Always.
So, just with that being said, do something today that your future self will be thankful for.
Exactly. So like I said, this is the Hour of Power broadcast. This is a program where we look for community involvement. We do have some guests that's going to be lined up and coming up on this forum and actually sharing their, whether they have a business or any type of events that is going to be upcoming. This is the place for that. So make sure you get tuned in, tapped in, turned on every Wednesday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. And so with that, we're going to go ahead and close this session out. This is May 29th, moving into the summertime right now.
Halfway through the year already.
Man,
That fast.
And also check out Ptah Shakur on Mondays from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. I'll be going into different things such as crystals, sea moss, and things that help build your connection moving into this new world. Because some individual, once you do wake up to the reality of what's going on, you're going to want to change your diet. You're going to want to change your mindset. And so with the information being presented, go to YouTube, Ptah Shakur at YouTube, and see the many different plethora of videos that are used to inspire you, educate you to be the best version of yourself like the God just shared. So in closing, I ask everybody to find that heaven on earth. Whether you're living in a house right now and everybody around you is just crazy, they're just stuck in the old way of thinking, they still stuck in the streets, you're trying to be an entrepreneur, you're trying to better your life, change your diet, change your food, don't be doing some hard drugs and things of that nature. If they're not around, that influence is around, you're going to have to leave. You might have to leave out your house, leave out of your city. You got to burn those bridges to actually find peace on earth. Go for a walk. Go out to the woods. Reconvene with nature. Go get some of we ain't talking about the sun. We're going to get into that in a little bit. We got so much content.
Natural source of vitamin D.
Man, the sun is enhancing in its solar activity right now. It's another thing that shares about the importance of this time right now. So find that heaven on earth. I promise you'll get in contact with the God divine within. And then when you do get in contact with the God divine within and realize that you are not just a drop of the ocean, you're the ocean in the drop. You're a powerful being that actually interacts with physical matter, and you can bring whatever it is that you want, magnetically bring that to your experience. I'm asking everybody to share just a small portion of that love and light with your fellow human beings, aka your reflections. And let's all do our due diligence to turn all these cards over on the table, and let's express the best that's within us and bring peace on earth. Nobody's coming for us. We gotta do it yourself. So, Ptah Shakur, peace, Eloheem.
Oh, no, not to cut you off before I go. No, since I've been working at Grand Falloons, I'm cook down there, chef. The summer menu coming up. Check that pineapple fajita bowl. That is Green's signature.
Pineapple fajita bowl?
Yes, you can either get shrimp, salmon on it.
You get salmon?
Yeah, rice is going to be, you know what I mean? The pineapple cut in half, dug out the middle, rice up in there. You know what I mean? It's like a presentation thing. Man.
I can get one tonight?
Hey, man. Hey.
Get hungry right now.
So come down there and check Falloons out, too,
check out Grand Falloons. Get the signature pineapple.
Coming this summer menu, so as soon as the summer hit, come check it.
God doing his thing. All right, so everybody, until next time, love and light to you all.
Peace.
Oh, you got it? Yeah, I finally found the